Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University and Action Comics, issue number 977. Guys, what we have is Superman doing a little rebirth origin story. All right. We already know now from the last 4 issues of Action and Superman that he has combined with the New 52. So this is pre-crisis combining with New 52. So that's the last, dozen or so years of Superman kind of mushed together. So, obviously the superhuman origin of Superman from back in Krypton hasn't changed too much over the years, since his creation back in the 30s, but it has changed enough that there's a bit of a shift, a paradigm that makes us wonder, okay, well, what is the origin here? And we see that some things did change. For instance, Clark is working back at the Daily Planet again. And this is something that actually I overlooked for a moment until I realized later on, looking at the book a little bit again, wait a second, he wasn't working there. He was kind of unemployed, basically, living up in Hamilton County. So, yeah, they're still living up in Hamilton, and he's working there now, and she's working there, and I guess they're getting ready to move back to Metropolis pretty soon, and Perry now remembers the son, John, and everybody knows each other, and wow, Superman regaining his I don't know, origins, I guess, like combining the New 52 and the original, the post-crisis, has a huge rippling effect around everyone who knows him. And when you think about it, everyone knows Superman. So we already see that Thrawn is back, and that has something to do with Superman getting his memories back, because everything has to be adjusted. They showed it especially in this issue with Perry, but think about that. Everybody on the planet who knew Clark now knows, hey, not, hey, you're working here again, but rather, yeah, you've always worked here. What's the problem? So, he knows the story, and he just kind of had to get things straight. So he goes back up to the fortress and he looks at his crystals and all that stuff and just overviews his story. So now he knows what's going on, and we, the readers, also know what's going on in his life. So I know that there are a lot of people online complaining about this issue, saying we don't need another Superman origin story, but in a sense, those specific parts that were in question, yeah, we kind of do. So I'm not upset that they gave us another origin story for Superman. In fact, that's the reason why I'm going to give this a B-. I enjoyed this issue. It was good. There was no action, really. There was the prelude, however, in the process of giving us this origin story and reminding us, and more importantly, not just reminding, but informing us of exactly what's happening here. We also get to see that Metallo is recruited by Dr. Oz, Mr. Oz, and that also we got Blanc coming into the fold. So I almost feel like this is going to be sort of a Captain America secret society kind of thing, where a whole bunch of people are recruiting together a little enemies list. This is not going to be nearly on that scale, but on a more cut down version. I think that every couple of issues coming out is going to see Oz recruiting a couple of more each time of Superman's main villains. We know that pretty soon there's going to be this big thing coming up where Superman's going to have to face against Metallo, Blanc, Zod, of all things, Kneel before Zod, and all these, baddies that he's had in his past. So this is going to be interesting, seeing exactly how this all pans out. And again, I can't help but to look at this, that we're coming up about 2 more years max, and we're going to have issue number 1000. So hey, man, I think that something big is definitely, we literally have to keep on raising the stakes a little bit more until we get to that huge crescendo. Anyway, guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, class dismissed.